Do you remember when they made really good open world games? Because I do, and one of those games was definitely GTA San Andreas. It had tons of positive reception from both the community and critics alike, but there is a hate group, and we're going to be taking a look at the reviews today, because I had to. Of course, if you go to Metacritic, you can see that the game is sitting at a nice 95 Metascore from critics, one of the highest rated games ever. But if you go to the dark side, you can see that there's 130 negative reviews. And this today is what I'm interested in looking at. I gotta know what these people had to say about one of the most beloved open world games of all time, GTA San Andreas. So you know what? It is time to dive into these reviews right now. So let's do this. All right, so let's go on over here to the reviews and take a look-see at why they hate this game so much. This is going to be very interesting. So first of all, let's start out with X-Ray Player, who goes on to say this: ugly graphics, ugly character model, the story is a joke, and the missions are insanely bad. Terrible gameplay, everything is unpolished and glitchy as hell, with huge empty maps. The RPG elements and side activities are boring and doesn't stand out at all. All of them are pointless. The side missions are repetitive and mindless, and the 100% requirement are not worth it. Everyone says it's the best game ever, are talking out of their minds. Whoa. Shots fired there, for sure. The thing is, everything in this game is not pointless. It's very much built into the open world. I mean, you can even go to the gym and manage your weight, your muscles, which in turn makes it so you can fight better. There's actual light RPG elements that really do work to your advantage as you go out into the open world and explore. So that stuff is all interconnected, and in my opinion, makes a ton of sense. So sorry, your review doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. So we've got another one right here. We're gonna scroll on down, scroll it. We have Ivanov the Geek. He says this: as a huge fan of the franchise, at first I had good thoughts on this title because many people considered it the best game out of all GTA titles. Let me know if you guys agree with that. Which is your favorite GTA? Now it says, unfortunately, I claimed it to be one of the worst sequels ever. I don't know how to describe it right, but I feel developers were coming up with ideas out of their butts, and there was no script or scenario. Hype for this game came from the big open world, and I can't see what's so good about it. Whoa, dude. All three cities, generic. Rest of the map, empty woods, countryside, and deserts. And you know, that's the cool thing about GTA San Andreas, is that if you explore it, there are so many different districts, and they did tackle a countryside feeling to the game. I love also the sheer verticality in this game as you are exploring it. There's a lot of verticality in this game. By the way, check out the description in the video, because there is a link to my Discord. Join it. I hope to see you there. But yeah, continuing on, there's a lot to this open world, and I personally think they fully fleshed it out. But yeah, let's get back to his rant here. Yeah, it says it only adds ridiculous amount of time to get anywhere. Want to play a mission? Might spend the next 30 minutes driving to the mission. Game is really unfocused, which kills gameplay for me. Besides, there's a lot of useless crap that shouldn't be in a GTA game. Dating with girls, which comes to pointless driving. Check. Forcing a player to play Dance Dance Revolution ripoff, even in story missions. Check. You have to have a meal from time to time, or you'll become weaker and die. Check. I think that's one of the coolest parts of the game. Boring missions based on 10 minutes of driving from point A to point B. Check. Seems like Rockstar decided to get a couple of dog turds and mix them in a perfect hot mess. This piece of crap makes GTA Advance looks like a masterpiece, and ironically, this game was good even for Game Boy possibilities. Don't buy it even on 50% off. Open, empty world, pointless missions, lame revenge, cliché story, clunky controls, and boredom hammers the last nails into the coffin. Guess what? One of two users found this review helpful. I wonder who that actually was. But yeah, you know, one thing that I do like about the GTA franchise, even though there is like a lot of driving around and stuff like that, they're always talking about something interesting. The voice acting is there. It's on point. They're saying stuff that matters to the story, but more importantly, to the characters and the relationships. And I honestly think that's where GTA succeeds is they have these really good relationships and they succeed in that area. All right, let's keep going. We gotta get into this more and more. So we have Rebecca and Isaac. Okay, so is this one person or two people? The mystery. Says this game gets a lot of praise from people purely because of its open world. Its open world is why people like it. And now the point is, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is a bad game. It can be fun for sure, but the game is designed very badly. This game is unfocused, which is a very bad thing. GTA has a very large story, missions built around these stories that you must do to unlock more of the open world. That's the game. Running around, jacking cars, and shooting hookers is not the game. I'm sorry, it almost sounds like they're disappointed that the core story of the game is not this. It's not running around, jacking cars, and shooting hookers. Okay, anyway, continuing on, it says, sure, you could do it, but that's because the game is designed poorly. If this game was just story and nothing else, this game would not have gotten a 95, maybe a 70 at best. If you like this game, you like the open world and breaking the game with cheats. But again, it doesn't have this. Dang it. But anyway, it says, that's another thing. If a developer puts cheats in their game, pretty much confirms that they know themselves that the game isn't satisfying enough and needs to add more stuff to keep you interested. You know, that's an interesting subject. Bring back the cheat codes. I love that about games, especially bring back the cheat codes for console games, because the fact is, console games don't have the support of the modding community. It's just not possible, and it's very hard to do. And it would be cool to have more cheat codes to kind of supplement for that lack of mods on console. So yeah, you know what? I'm all for cheat codes, especially in a single player game, especially if you get the game done and you're done with it. But anyway, let's get back to this. It says, San Andreas is very much like GTA 5 and suffers from the same problem. The story is not its strong point. It's the open world, and they don't work together, unfortunately, because the world is so unfocused and far from the missions that players just don't care for the story and end up cheating, resulting in a rebellious mood towards the game, which is one of the worst things to have. Okay, Just Cause 2 is the perfect example of how to make a story. I gotta stop right there. Just Cause 2 has basically no story. It has like a very generic story, but by far, in my opinion, San Andreas has way more of a story than Just Cause has ever had. Let me know if you guys agree with that one. Which one has the better story? Just Cause or San Andreas? It should be interesting. All right, so continuing onward. And don't get me wrong, Just Cause is an amazing game. The Just Cause franchise, I love it. Now it says GTA does not do that well, and the results are messy, unfocused game with a huge open world that tricks you into thinking it's a good game. Somehow, it tricks you. Now overall, Vice City is the best GTA to date, focused, simple, and can still be fun. San Andreas and GTA 5 are the same. They can be fun, sure, but it's a good game. You know what? It says it's not a good game, sorry. Let me check something real fast. November 3rd, 2014, this was written, and they gave it a 4 out of 10 right there, which I think is really, really harsh for a game that is so old, of course. What would you guys rate San Andreas, in your opinion? I guess back then and even now. You can't put this game against current open world games. Or can you? Because I think in some ways you can. So if you put this game up against Cyberpunk, for example, it's still going to have more features than even a modern day open world game. It's going to be fully fleshed out. There are so many things you could do in this game. It's insane. So let's continue onward, shall we? I think we should. Let's do this. All right, the next review is from something 321. This review contains spoilers. Click to expand view. Expand. Bad game. Oh my god, the 2 out of 7 people actually found this one helpful as well. All right, it's an amazing review, best review I've ever read. For one reason, it was very short and to the point. I gotta give him credit there, so good job. All right, so next up we have this one right here from Paris Parmigiano. Okay, sorry, couldn't say it. Says, didn't age well, and frankly, always was overrated. Yes, it had a massive map. It was important that one could do so many things. All of this is true, but the story of a grown man doing graffiti, riding bicycles when you are told to, getting haircuts when you are told to, the rough graphics and the pop-up, the lame story, unless you really are into the 90s rap culture, I guess, I never could get into it. You know what? I opened up this game recently and I've been playing it some. Let me tell you what, the music brings me back. I love it. In fact, I'm gonna mention this. I want a Def Jam Fight for New York remake. I want that so badly. But anyway, back to this. Yes, I think this game actually has aged well in some ways. With the control scheme though, that's an entirely different matter. It is so awkward. But yeah, you can't even say anything against the graphics. It's such an old game. The story, in my opinion, is actually really interesting. In my personal opinion, it feels like they're trying to get out of a situation. That's how I feel about the story, and I think it works so well with GTA San Andreas. Let me know if you agree or not. By the way, I posted a recent video. I wanted to highlight this real quick. It's a new game that's coming up from Embark Studios. Former ex-Battlefield team is making this one. Check out the video on the channel. I have a bunch of other cool videos. I just wanted to throw that out there. And get on the Discord, bro. Check out the link in the description below. Also, I have it as a top comment. I really hope to see you in the Discord so we can talk about all my videos. I think it would be fun, so hope to see you there. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more GTA San Andreas. You know, the Trilogy is releasing, the remaster is releasing here, and I thought it would be cool to highlight some of the weird negative reviews about San Andreas, because these reviews are definitely a different perspective, in the minority for sure. But let me know if you are in the majority about San Andreas or the minority. But thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.